And I'm in the finishing stages of writing my first book, and I dug into the history of AA, and I knew this, but I dug into it a little bit more. I'll share this real quickly. You know, every the steps, the principles, these things in AA, they're straight from the Bible. All of them straight from the Bible. It was a Reverend Shoemaker. You could do your homework on it. Bill W. said, without Reverend Shoemaker, he was a pastor of a church in New York called Calvary Church. Bill W. said, AA wouldn't exist if it wasn't for him giving them guidance, helping them create the steps. He said, there's just no way AA would have even existed without Reverend Shoemaker. It goes a step further. Early AA, they nearly called themselves the James Club. That's what they almost called themselves instead of Alcoholics Anonymous. And the essentials early on were the book of James in the Bible, 1 Corinthians 13, which is the definition of what love is. And oftentimes what people miss, it's the definition of what love is, also the definition of what love is not. And then the Sermon on the Mount. Those are the essentials for early AA. And if you go a step past that, if you do your homework a little bit and you study the success rates of early AA, they were off the charts for years, for 5, 10, 15 years in certain areas, certain meetings and whatnot of Alcoholics Anonymous. They were seeing like 60, 70%. And they had a specific way they did it. People started on the steps and they started on them immediately. Oftentimes they would start on the steps when they were just finishing their detox, still in the hospital bed.